Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again, and I am here today to review Feud, Capote versus the Swans, Episode 6, Hats, Gloves, and Effete Homosexuals. Now, I didn't review this yesterday because, honestly, I really wasn't in the mood. I was filming yesterday, and I spent a lot of the rest of the day editing, actually, which was kind of fun. Ow! But then also kind of sad because I messed up a few of the shots a little bit, and so, like, one of them I had to crop it, which was really sad because it was a really nice-looking shot, but you could see the reflection of the tripod in the shot, and, it was just unfortunate because I was relying on one of my fellow actors to look at it, and if she had noticed that, then I would have changed it, or I should have looked at it myself. Because anyways, I was just completely preoccupied with that, which, to be honest, it is a lot more important than reviewing for this channel. I mean, when it comes to priorities, like, filmmaking is my number one priority. Reviewing is like my maybe second or third priority. And that's just because, like, YouTube has gotten so terrible that, like, it doesn't even really make you want to be a reviewer to the point of where you're making money. Because YouTube screws you up so much that it takes such a long time, and it takes so many, like, painstaking videos and things that you don't even want to do. It just doesn't even feel worth it. It just feels like something that I do for fun, and something that, even if I, decided, like, oh, it'd be actually be more fun to be a YouTuber. Like, YouTube doesn't make it fun, and so. Anyways, but filming was a lot of fun, if you're wondering. I made a little video about it. I didn't even really scratch the surface with, like, all the little things that went wrong and went right, but I gave you guys, like, a general picture. And I am also feeling sicker, too, because we were shooting yesterday. And the day before it was like 40 degrees or 30 something degrees, and the wind was like 15 degrees, and it was like 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts or whatever the fuck. I don't know, it was bad wind. And yesterday it was only like 20 something degrees out, and I had to run. I had to, do laps, basically, because I forgot something, so I had to walk all the way. And so I actually made myself a little bit sicker. And so, like, I don't even know if, like, I'll be reviewing tomorrow or whatever, because I just want to get better, and so that then I can go back, because I still need to do some more shots there. I need to do a couple more. I think like 7 or 8 shots. And, So anyways, I just wanted to mention all that stuff and get it out of the way. This episode, it was trash. I mean, like, I know that I've been very nice to the show. I've really liked basically every episode except for episode, I think, 5. But this episode, it was trash. I mean, it was completely useless. It had some things in it that could have been good, could have been interesting, but the episode was just not very interesting in execution. It was very, very boring. It was very, very badly written in terms of story structure and pacing. Like, because last episode, that last episode was a great episode. I don't care what anyone says. Like, that was the episode that I wanted after the first 2. And so, like, that felt like the episode that needed to be there. And it was a build-up to maybe Truman finally overcoming the Swans from now on. He's not going to do that, but, it gave you hope, and it was a great build-up. And the payoff to that build-up is complete trash. Truman dresses up the boyfriend's daughter like Babe so that people will think he's still friends with her. He also changed her last name to separate her from her abusive father, and he takes her to the restaurant that the Swans go to and shows her off, and then the Swans come over and they act like mean girls to her, and it's just like, I really don't care, frankly. Like, this was just so uninteresting and so lame, and he's already drinking again. And not only is he drinking, but he has suddenly become a persona instead of a writer. That's what he says. And I've just hated this because, like, this is supposed to take place after last episode, and he's already back to drinking, and now he's suddenly decided he's not a writer, he's a persona. And it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's so unnatural and so forced and so, like, abrupt. Like, where did that transition happen? There was no transition. It's just like, oh, now he's back to the old Truman again. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell was that? This episode sucked, okay? Like, that just sucked. Like, I know that people have said it's slow, too. This should have been a movie. Well, yeah, especially with this episode, you can make that argument, because in this episode, like, I was like, wow, this really should have been a movie, like, because nothing's happening in this fucking episode, basically. Like, this episode is a total waste of my time. And anyone's time. Like, if it was supposed to be, like, a tragic episode. He gets into a relationship with a hunky repairman. He gets into another feud with Gore Vidal, and then Gore Vidal might sue him for defamation, thanks to Lee Ratswell ratting him out, ironically, which I thought that was funny. Lee Ratswell rats him out to Gore. Like, they should have said that in the episode, too. Like, they should have made a line where like, Truman was like, Lee Ratswell ratted me out. Big surprise. Like, something like that. That would have been really funny. But no. This episode felt a lot like a filler episode. Like, there was this one episode of The Blacklist. It's actually the last episode of The Blacklist I ever watched. And it's literally just because I never got around to watching anything more. I don't know why. Like, I literally I put it off, and all of a sudden it's now on its 10th season, and it's going to end. Like, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, I would have been reviewing The Blacklist all along if I had kept up. And there was this episode of The Blacklist, though, after Liz supposedly dies, and it's in season 3. And Red, yeah, his name's Red, right? Red whatever. I can't even remember his last name. That's how long ago that I watched The Blacklist. It was back in high school when I was watching season 3. And he's, like, all alone, and he's sad and depressed, and he stays at this abandoned, like, resort or lighthouse or something, and it's a very, like, good episode in terms of atmosphere. It has a very haunting and heartbreaking atmosphere, and then, like, I don't know, like, he eats some bad mushroom risotto, and he hallucinates someone or something, and then he ends up killing these couple of henchmen who came there to try to get him. And that episode, I guess it was necessary, but it just felt so empty and so much like a filler episode that I was like, what the hell was that? And that's exactly how I felt with this episode. I was like, geez, like, I really was not missing anything by not watching this episode yesterday, So Truman hooks up with this hunky repairman, and he gives him a blowjob. And this is another thing that I'd like to mention too, because I love to rag on those stupid intimacy coordinators that they use for movies and television shows now. Well, I just thought it was hilarious because at the beginning of this episode, they had a warning, and it says TVMA, language and sexual situations. And I get the language because, they say the word fag a couple of times and stuff like that. So, that's a naughty word. You can't say fag. Even though I just said fag a couple of times. Well, the sexual situation is Truman laying his head down on the repairman's chest with his hand on his chest while he talks about the blowjob that he gave him off camera. So, so they're literally warning, adults who are watching a fucking television show at 10 o'clock at night about sexual situations when the supposed sexual situation is just a fucking head on a naked chest? I mean, what the fuck is that? That is just retarded. And the fact that and let's look it up because I want to make sure, because I think it would be absolutely hilarious if they had to have someone else there on set to tell him how to lay his chest on another man's chest. I mean, wait, did I say lay his head on another man's chest? It is fucking ridiculous. And the title of this episode's bad too. I mean, hats, gloves, and effete homosexuals. What the fuck was that about? It's just it's like a fucking Cake Boss episode title. It's in Cake Boss, it'll be cannibals, clowns, and crumpets, because they do the different desserts with the different themes. And it's this episode was so unnecessary. It's just a list of random shit, the random topics that are in the episode, it's what the. So let's see. I want to see, because I am going to absolutely laugh. Or no, I'm not going to laugh because it's kind of pathetic. Let's see. No, they didn't? Wow. Well, I'm really surprised by that because I think they had it for other episodes. Okay, well, I will give them that, because... Okay, I want to make sure. I want to make absolutely certain, because that would be something to really make fun of this episode for. Because, I was what's the sexual situation that they were talking about at the beginning of the episode? Why do you put warnings on things that don't need to be warned for? Nobody cares about, what adult is going to get offended and upset at 10 o'clock at night? This is almost 11, by the way, because this is fucking halfway through the episode. What adult is going to get upset over a guy with his head on another man's stomach and chest? Who cares? Why do you need to warn people for that? That's not a sexual situation at all, by the way. That could be no, actually, no, probably couldn't. No, that'd be too gay. Because, they would have done that in the original Top Gun. They could have had a scene in the original Top Gun where Tom Cruise is, really sad and depressed and he's got his head on Iceman's chest, people would have believed that would be in that movie, right? Because that movie's fucking gay. Anyways, God, this episode just sucks. But at least they didn't use one of those people for that scene. I'm glad, because, they used one for that one scene in Better Call Saul where it's just the two people laying in bed next to each other, and then one of them gets up and leaves. That's where it's gotten now on movie and television show sets. It's pretty pathetic. So, yeah, and then Truman also hears that Lee Ratswell called him a fag. And, of course, he's very upset by that. And I just, I think it's really kind of upset. To me, it's kind of disturbing. It's disturbing that, to me, it almost feels kind of out of character. Because when he said that Ann Woodward called him one, and that's why he was upset at her, he was kind of like joking around because, like he, I don't think he was absolutely serious about that. He was just being a jackass to her and kind of using that as an excuse, her calling him a fag. But with Lee, like her calling him one, I don't know why that's surprising to him, because he knows all about how they're racist. And about last episode, he spent the whole episode calling the Swans racist and saying that they're all like heavily racist and that they only have the gay person around just as like a jester or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why is Truman so surprised that Lee called him that? Like, it's just so stupid. I don't think it was like that in real life at all. I think that's just bullshit. The only part of this episode that I liked was when he's at the doctor's and the doctor is looking through Truman's medicine bag, and he's got like 50 different medicines that he's taking for his pain and stuff. And the doctor's like, what's this? What's that? What's this? Like, this one isn't even legal anymore. Like, it was really funny, like, seeing all the different medicines that he's taking and the doctor making fun of it and everything. And then, surprise, surprise, the hunky guy has a fiance, and he dumps Truman, and the daughter of the abusive boyfriend sees through Truman's grand gestures, and she says he's just like her father, he's a bad man, and that's that. So the grade that I would give this episode is a D-. I despise this episode, so D for despised. I just thought it was really, really badly executed. I wasn't, I don't have the mindset that people have that, like, this show absolutely should have been a movie, but now this episode has kind of changed my mind a little bit, because this episode was so uninteresting and so bland and boring and dull that I felt like, this should have been a movie, because then none of this shit would have been in it. Like, they wouldn't have had the time, they'd cut this whole episode out, and they'd just have, like, a line or something, or, like, 2 scenes. They'd have a scene where, he takes the girl to lunch, and then she sees through it, and she's gone, and then they'd have a scene where he gives the repairman a BJ, and then the repairman's like, oh, actually, I'm gonna get married to this girl, and I really miss her. Bye-bye. Like, that's all that they would have done in the Capote versus the Swans movie. But since we're watching the show, they extended it into an hour, which I will say is a good lesson for you guys to pay attention to, because as I've said before, TV is long-form entertainment. It's supposed to be extended. It's supposed to be an extension of what would be like a movie or like a shorter story. So, like, that's how it should be done if it's done well, because that's what TV is. TV is supposed to be long. The whole point of TV is that it's something that's on certain nights of the week for years and years and years, and you grow with the characters, you see the characters grow in front of you over the years, and now it's been turned into like, oh yeah, it's just an extended movie. It's a movie that wouldn't have done very well in theaters, and we extended it and made it into a show. A show, quote unquote. It's a TV show. So anyways, please like this video and comment and tell me what you thought of the movie. And oh yeah, I'm not going to review Madam Web, because I don't fucking care about that shit. I mean, I know it's going to be trash, and I really don't have time or patience for it. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest videos like this. Goodbye everybody, see you soon. I'm back to editing now. Bye!